Love it.
Ooh. That was nasty.
Yes. Hello, welcome to another episode of The Bear and Rooster. I am the Bear. This is the Rooster. We are going to jump into a drum video today. It's none other than Frank Zummo of Electric Callboy. He is the current touring drummer with Electric Callboy, and he was also the last drummer in Sum 41. He's credited onto a lot of different other acts. I think he was the drummer in Julian K for a while. Shout out to Ryan from Julian K, good friend of mine. So I can't wait to hear this. Now, after the last Electric Callboy video that we did, we got so much grief saying that, oh, I can't believe you've never heard of them and all of this. There is stuff that we've never heard of. And
probably a lot of stuff.
Of course there is. We're only human, you know. But I haven't stopped raving about Electric Callboy. And when I found out that Frank was the drummer, I'm a big fan of Frank and his drumming with Sum 41. I brought it into the guys. I'm like, look, this is a requested from me, so I'm calling in a favor here. Let's get it together.
And we've also had Elevator Operator requested for us to listen to as well. So this is kind of covering, two bases today. So we're getting to react to a sick drummer, and we also get to hear an Electric Callboy song that we haven't heard yet. So yep. I'm stoked, man. I'm stoked both ways around.
Ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
All right, here is Frank Zummo playing Elevator Operator by Electric Callboy.
You heard about a man, the lift controller, the lever king, I told you. Hop in and let the journey begin. I really wanna be like him. I wanna be with him. Forget about that. Heads up in the sky and we keep getting.
Yes, love it.
Satellite.
We're growing light, keep shining bright. Why cannot wait to get inside? Still out of sight. Where we wanna go? Up and down. We're moving on around and going up and down. We're moving on around. I wanna show you my world, where the beat goes up and down. Let me open the door. Elevator operator.
Love it.
So good.
Elevator operator.
Love it.
Ooh. That was nasty.
Yes.
That was nasty. That last little bass pattern, man.
What was that? Like triplets?
Just
Let's
hit
go back.
hit the back button.
The back. Hit the
That
back.
hit the back button.
Hold on.
It's just a little section, and it's just nasty. It's so good though, man.
I love those parts in any instrument, especially the drums, where enough to where it causes us to do exactly what we did. Listen to it again. But what is that? What is that? The intrigue is there. I'm going to pull up a still of his kit here at an overhead, and we can chat about that.
Dude, I've been dying to just talk about his kit. First of all, this is SJC kit, San Jose Customs.
It's
I grew up in San Jose, and I can't remember his name. But
Mike.
dude, Mike.
Yeah.
It's killer drums, man. The drum tones are great. Of course, I'm also noticing that it looks like the first tom is triggered, the snare is triggered, but that looks like the floor toms are just mic'd. I don't see a trigger on those unless those are a different type of trigger on that side. But
Possibly.
I think it's
It
just
could be
mic'd.
internal, could be mic'd. I'm noticing on the satellite. First of all, you hear that boom, boom.
Oh,
boom.
it's amazing.
I know it's mixed with EDM, kick drum, and 808s, but that is just filthy.
It's nasty.
And it looks like he's got the floating. I think it's called a Kelly shoe. You know what that is?
The remote.
Well, it's the mic that's inside it on the wires, and it holds it right in the middle.
Right
of
in the middle.
and
Wait,
you use it
where
on
are you
bass
seeing
drums,
that?
Right down here on the remote.
Oh yeah,
remote
yeah.
drum.
On the
The kit
satellite.
sounds absolutely amazing. First of all, shout out to SJC. They are my second favorite brand of drums, and I say that because my favorite is obviously Pork Pie. Back when I was approached anyway about endorsing SJC and Pork Pie, and the two of them are absolutely amazing. And I went with Pork Pie.
I think they just gave you maybe a little bit sweeter of a deal.
I just,
Or did you just like the drum tone better?
you know what it was, and I'll be absolutely honest. It was Trey Cool, when he played that Silver Sparkle Pork Pie.
yeah.
That was the thing. And although SJC are up there and everything, it was a pure nostalgic thing, and it was kind of more the fact of working towards something in your career, and I knew that was a milestone if I
Yeah.
was to go and get that, and I'd always work towards it. And so shout out to Bill for making me part of the team, and I appreciate that. But I think I am going to give SJC a shout and get some snare drums for the studio here.
So
'cause I love the sound of them.
As a young man in San Jose, there are just so many good drum shops. Really just good music shops in general. I mean, even the Guitar Center there, we've talked about it before. Even the Guitar Center there, every section, I mean, their drum section is so vast. And then, their acoustic guitar section from low end to high end, they have the whole room for it, the whole room for basses. They have the whole room for customs. And then they have the big open room for big guitars. They have the piano. I mean, it's absolutely legit. And that is the mainstream big chain that's there. You go to places like Lemon Percussion, SJC, and you're going to see drums and sets and stuff that are high end to beginner, but you're going to get more mid-range to high end at these shops. And I can't tell you how many big time drummers I've seen walk into like little shops like Lemon Percussion. Of course, my buddy Miles Johnson played for Pink for years, played for Giovanni. But he's a massive drummer, and he taught drums there. Another guy named Kevin Higuchi, who's a massive drummer as well. He taught drums there as well, and I grew up with Kevin, going to high school with him. So it's crazy to look back. I mean, back when I was a kid, Louis Belson was in San Jose. So you have like the old, Gene Krupa style drumming all the way to like the new age, all kind of set in San Jose. And I used to dream about getting a kit from San Jose Customs, man. But on that note, I would like to, as you guys all know, I like to rave on cymbals. I saw him crashing out on that ride, that Avedis, and it is not washing anything. And obviously, cymbals are not triggered. This is all acoustic cymbal sound. He has big hats. They're like fat 15-inch hats, it looks like. Then he's got great cymbal choices because he was crashing out on that China too, and it wasn't washing anything out. So kudos to the engineer, to the miking, and then of course kudos to Frank for good cymbal selection, man. You don't realize how many people pick good drums and just crap cymbal sounds. Maybe high-end cymbals, but just the sounds don't match what you're playing. So that's me raving a bit.
No, everything sounds great as usual. We could talk a little bit about the song.
We're getting to that now.
It just gets you going, and
that's
I love
a party
EDM.
song, dude. That song. So I'm not a huge EDM guy. I don't listen to a lot of EDM. I don't hate it. I don't dislike it. It's just doesn't go in my playlist.
Yeah.
But I love stuff that has EDM mixed into it, and so I think I would be an EDM fan. But I love Electric Callboy, man. It's so hard for me not to go listen to their music because now I can add another one to my playlist. Now I've got a elevator operator, and we've got the moves. But man, also kudos to his drumming. Like, he let everything breathe that needed to breathe and smashed on those double bass sections. Yeah. He's a really tasteful, really professional drummer.
Yep.
Very, very good, man. Very, very good. And the song, forget about it.
Yeah.
So good, man. I mean, the whole time I don't think we really paused.
We didn't pause at all. The whole thing with EDM, I'm a big fan of EDM. Growing up in Ireland, there was a lot of great acts that were coming out of Europe, and you have Daft Punk, Chemical Brothers, Faithless, Underworld are a little bit more dirtier, and then you have the DJs then that are coming out. So I seen all of these bands live through festivals, and maybe we shared, festivals and met some of them backstage and things like that. And the whole thing with the EDM, people that don't understand it just think it's the same thing repetitively, but it's not.
No.
The dynamic is there where they're bringing you up and dropping it off, and then it's that big chorus again where it drops, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
and it gets you going. Cannot. It's predictable enough for you to anticipate the drop.
Yeah,
because then when the drop comes,
well, it's like everybody on a roller coaster getting to the top, and everybody knows what's coming, but everybody loves it just as much. Yeah. It's you don't have to not know what's coming for something to affect you. Yeah. And I think like a lot of arrangers probably look down on EDM throughout the years, and now they're starting to realize, oh crap, EDM really does take talent to build a song, because you're taking everybody on a journey the same way that the Beatles took somebody on a journey with a song, same way that Electric Callboy makes you feel.
Yeah, I feel like, because I've dabbled in making EDM with samples and creating my own samples and things like that. I just enjoy doing it. But when you add the aspect of having live players playing bass, guitars, drums, do you know how tight you have to be as a player to be able to stay on something that's programmed to not waver at all?
Yeah.
So
it's
like
programmed to
that,
be exact.
Yeah, that double kick pattern at the end, all of it is amazing, but that and the guitars.
You know how tight you have to be for that to sound good?
Yeah.
You know how quickly that can go off the rails and sound like absolute shite?
Absolute shite, but it doesn't sound absolute shite.
No, it sounds amazing, man. And that's the point. Like, that's not a big crazy pattern. It breaks up the ending, and it leaves you wanting to keep listening to that pattern, and then they shut it off.
Yeah, that's enough for you.
That's enough for you. Yeah. You get no more. Come see me next week.
Yeah.
So you got to keep rewinding. But, man, killer drumming. I would love to just chat with this guy about his kit. Yeah. I love the setup, the layout, the double bass drums, but the first Tom 1 has it directly in line with the snare. So, like, you're not wasting any energy going here.
And that's kind of the way I have my kit set up too, without the double kick, and I have a floor tom on the other side where the hi-hat is. So if you were to take away that kick drum, it's pretty much where your double kick would sit anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
But because now that you have two bass drums, it allows you to move that tom over a little bit more to sit in the valley in between the two bass drums.
Yeah. And
they look like they're 24.
Those
24,
bass drums are massive, so big around. They've got to at least be 22 around. They look like 24 because that ride cymbal is probably 21, 22.
21, 22, yeah. And well, it's looking like he's playing 14 in the snare, 12 on the tom, 16, 18, and then that remote is probably, or sorry, the satellite is probably 20, 22.
It's a bass drum, basically, yeah. It sounds amazing. It sounds killer. If you look at Simon Phillips, he's on tour with, like, Toto. But he forever kept a big actual bass drum as his satellite. It was mounted up
Same
here.
thing with...
he always does like the head movement.
Same thing with AC/DC to get that. Super fat.
Big cannon sound, you know.
Cymbal choices are great. When I first saw him hitting the crash that's over the ride cymbal, I'm looking at it going, wow, that's probably an 18, and it sounds
bright.
It sounds super bright. When I'm looking at it here, it says sweet something. So
and then the 16, it might be another 18, 16, 18. These might both be 16s.
It looks like 16.
This
looks
16s.
smaller than that one.
But
and then his remote hats.
But this one's a dark one, and it still sounds. It doesn't wash out. It sounds brighter, but his ride is super dry. It sounds like because he's got the meat of the stick in it, and
he's got the meat. He's got the meat.
He's like just digging into that cymbal, and it doesn't wash out anything. It sounds great, man.
It looks like he's playing a head or a head sticks, which if they are, they're metal. Some of them are metal on the outside. Some of them are a metal
alloy.
No, yeah, well, I'm sure they are, but it's the hollow, and then they have some sort of coating on the outside. I wonder what kind of sticks he plays. I'm sure we could find out, but I would love to sit and chat with him just gear.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see how they run their triggers and how much of it is enhanced.
Yeah.
You know, you can hear where the stuff is coming in, the backing track is coming in, but he's also keeping time with his feet, the hi-hats, and he's just, like you said, tastefully coming in where you know that there's no doubt in your mind that that's him playing the drums.
And there are spots in there where he could play through the open spots or like fill it with a fill, even probably a crazy sick fill.
Yeah.
But the song didn't need it, and it would have taken away from the actual song. That's a drummer editing themselves. Believe me, when you're jamming, all you want to do is just shred. You know, if you're feeling a song, you just want to fill it up. Hit fills everywhere you can. Just so, like, part of becoming like a professional drummer is learning how to keep it simple and play in the pocket.
So that's what I teach my students. I'm like, a good drummer is not playing to his full ability. Like somebody like Trey Cool, I learned that because he's just a machine. But then when you see him and he's just noodling and he's shredding, you're like, oh, why doesn't he put that?
Travis Barker too.
Yeah, and the same. But when you're a kid and you learn a new fill, that goes into every single song that you're writing because that's your new toy. And when I listen back to old recordings, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember learning that fill. I didn't have to put it into 17 songs though.
I know, right?
And that's the hardest thing. It's like it's pulling away, and especially in that EDM thing where you do have the support of the other digital instruments. But the guitar playing and everything is just, it's amazing. I'd love to go see them live. They're coming on the San Francisco. That's our closest thing on the 22nd. And it's around my birthday, 40th birthday. So if you want to bring the three of us, we'd love that.
Love it.
For my 40th birthday, we'll go and see
Electric Callboy. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
But man, Frank, if you ever hear this or see this, know that I'm on board. He was already a fan. I'm a massive fan now. I'm gonna be digging into your drum stuff, dude.
And he just released a book as well. I'm actually going to have to buy it. Yep, I'm going to go and buy it. So maybe we can put up the book, on screen right now. This is Frank's book. It's out now, so go and buy it. Go and listen to it wherever you listen to it. And hopefully by the next time that we do a video on Frank, I will be able to give you the synopsis of the whole book.
That'd be great, man.
I have to learn how to read first.
It's gonna be tough.
That is going to be tough.
Do you have anything in Gaelic?
Yeah. Do you have? Does it have pictures in the Frank? Because
do you have one of those velvet sort of ones, felt ones with the little animals and stuff on it? I can follow that.
Cardboard, the wooden books.
The
If it's
wood
not,
books.
if your book isn't made of wood, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to read it. So.
If your book doesn't have pop outs, I'm not into it. But
no, that was great.
Yeah, thank you for two things: for you to bring in the actual Drumeo version of a song that somebody.
I don't think it's Drumeo. I think it's no, it's not.
Oh, is it just his playthrough?
It's a playthrough. Let me see. Who can we give credit to on the? Oh, it's
on
from
their
it's,
yeah, it's from their
on
site,
actual
from,
page.
From their page.
Drums recorded, mixed, and mastered by Christoph
Wieczorek.
Wieczorek at Sawdust Record. Oh, here's all his endorses. So Frank endorses SJC Drums, Zildjian, Remo, Ahead Drumsticks, DW Roland, Latin Percussion, Visioneers, Snare, Weight, Lowboy Beaters. That's another thing.
The beaters.
Yeah, was he using wooden beaters?
No,
maybe?
it's the double thick red pad, so it's like the flat red weighted rubber pad, and then the smaller one like dime in the middle.
It's just
boom.
slapping.
Yeah, it's just
And
very
he hits
precise.
hard, very hard. Sleeved washers, Ghost Circus Appeal, Obey Clothing, Rock Locks, Vans. Yeah, he was rocking a nice pair of Vans.
Those Vans
too.
are sick.
Sick.
I love Obey it.
Laird Superfood, Organics, Primal Kitchen, and 805 Beer. My man. Hopefully one day we'll get to share an 805. Yeah, sweet. So
that was fun, man.
Yeah, that was great. I'd love to see some more stuff. I see that there is on the side here that he's got some other Drumeo stuff that I'm going to have to check out and a full breakdown of the kit. We're going to have to watch that and maybe do a reaction to that too.
I would like to another song that's been suggested through our comments and through Buy Me a Coffee is the Ratatata. Ratatat? Is it Ratatat?
I don't know.
Ratatata.
Ratatata.
But anyway, that's been suggested, and he's got a Drumeo playthrough here, or no, just a playthrough on their channel. That's fantastic. That's amazing. So I'm looking forward to that. On that note, please like, subscribe, so you don't miss anything. Hit that notification bell because we're going to be coming out with some really cool stuff. I promise you guys there's some really cool stuff in the works right now. Thank you to everybody that found us on Buy Me a Coffee. If you want to find us on Buy Me a Coffee and you want to leave us a monetary gift, make sure you leave a song that you would like us to react to. We have several more coming up soon, so please stay tuned. You can find your gear, all of our Bear and Rooster gear at GenerateDesigns.com. That'll be up on your screen right now. And anything else you want to leave them with?
No, I'm gonna go watch that again, I think.
Yeah, we probably will sit in the control room. Anyway, thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining us for this lengthy version of we're gonna nerd out on drum gear and drummers. So thank you guys for sticking around. We appreciate all the comments. Please keep it coming. And on that note, on that bombshell, peace. I looked at the wrong camera again.
You did?